Hello and welcome to TA for Traders. It's Tuesday the 6th of June. I'm Nigel Croft. In this video we'll be looking at two UK stocks that are in the news today. Burberry, where it's been downgraded, but actually looking at the charts it still looks okay. And AO World, which has come out with figures today. The shares opened at a low and have rallied. It's rallying into resistance, and we will see that looking at the charts, the technicals look bad. So looking at Burberry, and here we have the daily chart. So each candle represents 1 day's trading. You can see that the shares have been hit today with the downgrade. However, it still looks all right technically. We did have a push into new highish ground. We've had a consolidation. You can see the moving averages. We've just had the 20 cross the 50-day in a bullish golden cross scenario, and so they will give support on any further downside. Yes, the RSI may have broken its downtrend, its uptrend, but it's still well above 50, 59.17, so indicative of positive momentum. And the MACD, although the differential between the short and long is narrowing, they're still indicative of positive momentum. On the weekly picture, you can see that the push up that we had last week was above the previous high that we had on the 13th of March. So now really one would expect a push up towards the highs that we saw in February 2015. And the moving averages here also positive. The 20-day moving up will give the initial support, and the 50 has just crossed the 200 in a golden cross, again a bullish formation. Perhaps we are slightly overextended in some respects from these moving averages, but any consolidation will be short-lived on a weekly basis, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and then we'll get further upside pressure. Here the RSI still above 50. Perhaps maybe you could say it's in a narrow downtrend, but let's wait and see. MACD are at the same level at the moment, so not giving any indication. On the 4-hour chart, you can see the breakdown that we've had this morning. Again, the moving averages are positive. Again, the 50 has just crossed the 200 in a golden cross. Here, the RSI, however, does indicate we are starting to see a build-up in the short term of negative momentum. That indicator's just gone below 50. And the MACD also flashing a sell signal as the short term goes below the longer term. What would you expect on this chart is a further consolidation, maybe down to the 54-hour average, which is at 1740. That would be a good support level in the short term. Looking at the support resistance levels, and this is from the daily, so that 1740 isn't showing, but the 1740 is a key level I should have put on here. The resistance is at 1831, 1910, and then the first support on the daily 1732.13, and then the 20-day 1726.35. Now AO World has come out with figures today. The shares did open at a low and has since rallied. You can see here that the rally is taking us into the resistance that we saw at the 135 level, which was a key support back in April. That will now be a key resistance level, and really this stock will find it difficult penetrating in above the 135 level. The moving averages, well, the 50 and the 200 are still moving downwards. What we've seen with the move over the last couple of days is the 20 days now rolling down as well. What we'll see over the next 5 to 6 days is the 20-day track down below the 50-day. They'll create a bearish cross, and that will create further resistance to the upside. RSI in a downtrend, negative momentum. MACD flashing sell as they show negative momentum as well. On the weekly, and here you can see that we're being pushed down by the 20-week moving average. That crossed the 50-week moving average in a downward direction back in the first week of April. They're both negative influences. You can see this marginal bit of support that we held on today, but really one would expect the supports to be tested that we saw back in July. That's about the 130 level, and then maybe even the all-time lows being tested eventually, which was August 2015, just below the 120 level. RSI negative 38.18, and the MACD just about to roll down as well. On the 4-hour chart, again, nothing positive to say really. You can see that the rally we've had since the open today has taken us into this resistance at 135. I can't see that really being broken. So there's a lot of resistance points, a lot of selling going to come in above 135. Again, the moving averages are all negative. The 24 hours just crossed the 200 4-hour. They're all moving downwards. RSI 29.36, but can go lower, and the MACD have only just crossed to the negative, so negative momentum coming in there. Really, we've had a rally today. We're up to near the 135 level. Don't expect much more upside. In fact, it's probably going to drift off. On the support resistances, that key resistance 135, and then the downtrend in 50-day 142.46 with supports at 132.6 and 130. Thank you for watching this video from TA for Traders. We looked at Burberry, where there's been a downgrade, but the chart still looks okay. And we've looked at AO World, where they came out with figures. The shares opened at the low today, has since rallied, but there is a key resistance level at 135, and we do expect the supports to be tested, and eventually maybe even the all-time low to be tested, which is around the 120 level. Please remember, these videos are for educational purposes only and are my opinion, and in no way are they meant as an investment recommendation. I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and please do read the disclaimer.